It's
You're
okay.
fine.
I
Yeah.
can cut off the front.
It's fine. It's all good. All right.
I'm recording whenever Zephyr is ready.
Okay. Let's go ahead and record Zypher and we'll use yours as backup. I think probably.
3,
Or whoever's
2,
better.
1. We're live.
All right. So welcome back to another session of Rogue Trader. We're light a couple people tonight. Unfortunately, Bo and Matt could not be here, but that's fine. We got full house for. We've got Aeneas, Achilles, Khan, and Asterius. That would be Tet, Raven, Zypher, and Sim in that order, I believe. They're all here. This is likely going to be our season finale for the night. We'll see where it goes. Might do another one and then put it on hiatus till early next year. But do a quick recap. I believe when last we were here, you guys were on Footfall, working to get a situation sorted out regarding your crew, quote unquote. The crew of the ship you recently acquired was a bit suspect, in your opinion. Had some doubts about their ability their ability and loyalty, and we're looking for some alternative options. Much of the time was spent discussing ways to rid yourselves of this crew, either through turning them in for potential bounties, selling them into slavery, or just killing them all and banning them out the airlock. Some inquiries were made by the Seneschal to locate some potential ways to remove these crew. One of which was investigated where the entire crew would be taken care of, though it was light on the details. Some discussion was had at a local bar where this contact was met, and Asterius was given a proposition that all he would have to do is agree, get consent from his lord, and that particular contact and the individuals he represents would take care of the problem for them. It would be as though the crewmen were never there. There were some suspicions by Asterius, but I think that when last we left off, that discussion was pretty much about to be had regarding what would happen next, what the options were going to be for the crew. So we'll go ahead and say that you've since left the bar and you are currently back on the ship in the captain's cabin. Darius and Umbria have both went off to perform a few duties here and there among either one ship or the other whilst it's being deliberated. And that's where we'll kick it off.
So, Seneschal, tell us what you spoke to the bartender.
Well, he seems that he will take everyone and give us more than we asked for. However, he will not inform us on who he represents and what the men will be doing.
Will this come back to bite us?
Who's to say?
Does anyone care about any pirates? Doubtful.
No, but we care about feeding men into our enemies.
Do we know anything about this person or who he represents?
No. I pried as much as I could. Only thing that is for certain is that he's a barkeep at the inn.
He's likely an intermediary for someone.
Yes, and he would not disclose who.
I personally don't care much about these pirates. Sell them off to become gelatinous goo to serve the Imperial Guard for all I care.
Well said, Aeneas. Indeed. But if it does come back to bite us, so be it. The Dawn and its crew can take it. I, for one, am pleased with this exchange.
What
Achilles,
think you, my lord?
Achilles scratches his chin. His brow furrows a bit. I agree, gentlemen. I think this deal is acceptable. I do believe we should be on our guard, though. I don't care what happens to the pirates. I do care what happens to us.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And so he will look at Asterius. Seneschal, make the necessary arrangements.
Right away, my lord. And with that, he'll go ahead and excuse himself and make his way where he can make calm.
All right. So you go to make communications with the individual.
That's affirmative.
All right. I
Now, we
believe-
did want to keep a couple of the officers off of the rusty frigate, did we not?
Yes. War
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to summon them to the Rose or something to get them out of harm's way.
Okay. So I imagine Vorkul. Who else was it that you were going to keep?
The new navigator. We need to just make sure that she's on our ship and not on.
Of course, yes. Asilia Vogue. Mm-hmm.
And that
Well, then-
one guy in the one Darius and Helios spoke to in the cargo bay. The guy
Right.
who was just doing his job. Helios liked him.
Maybe we should just have Vorkul recommend his senior whoever he trusts, and then the rest will be called.
I like that. Whether Vorkul picks him or not, we take the cargo guy that Helios liked.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm good with letting Vorkul pick the guys that he thinks are safe.
Okay. So let's do. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that way Vorkul would be happy.
Right.
Don't want to kill any of his bros.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do. Let's do the thing for Asterius first, and then we'll do whatever the interaction between you guys and Vorkul. All right, so Asterius, go ahead and work to make contact. I don't know that he gave you a Vox to make contact with, like a Vox line. I think he wanted you to come back if you were gonna make that deal. So you go back to the bar, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then sans Darius, Asterius would have some backup.
Yeah, Helios would go with Asterius just as backup.
Okay. So the two of you head back to the bar. Maybe not quite the same day, but he did advise he was going to be there for a while. And it's about the same scene, strange intermingle between everybody.
Me to trade.
There are a few sorts there, as previously described, wearing similar get-ups, but not as many as before, with the whole, what you suspected might be some kind of group or something like it, something or another.
Yeah. No, I don't remember what the deal was. I know you want them. You'll take them all, but I don't remember the price.
I think
some profit factor, right?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like 3 profit factor.
All right.
So yeah, so you go in, and he's there. He's yucking it up with some guys. He's having drinks with them, and slapping a couple guys on the shoulders, and he kind of picks you out as you're coming in and shoots off a couple of guys wearing all brown, like trench coats and hoods. Gestures for you to come over to the bar.
Mysterious will look at the hooded men as they leave and make his way up to the bar.
Welcome. Yes, friend, welcome. Would you like something to drink?
Not this time. And he'll look over at Helios, unless my friend does.
Helios looks at the bartender, Asterius.
No. I'm quite fine. Thank you.
I guess we'll be straight to business.
Very well. He pulls out he puts his drink away and clears the table. So, I believe we made a proposition, or I made a proposition to you, I should say, last time you were here. Did you bring it to your lord? What says he?
He agrees. We are making preparations now to evacuate the ones that belong to us.
I see. Hopefully not too many.
No, shouldn't be too many.
And the lion's share, they'll be ours.
All yours, do what you please.
Praise to the rose. Very well. He kind of gets out a small combat here. You don't mind signing, just to keep on record, large transfers and all that. Our eyes only.
That I can do. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at the comp. Is there anything on it?
It's basically just certifying that you have an arrangement to exchange cash for crew, more or less. I mean, go ahead and do a commerce roll for me, just to see if anything seems odd about this.
All right.
Don't forget your fate points too.
Mm-hmm. Also, keep in mind that you may have a specific trait that applies for this. I know that everybody has. Keep in mind, you all have career-specific abilities that you're given. In Asterius' case, I'm not sure if it would or would. Let me check real quick. Yep, you can spend a fate point to automate. No, that's not gonna work. So you add 1 bonus degree of success to any successful commerce, inquiry, or evaluate test. So keep that in mind. If you succeed, it's 2 successes, or it's 1 more success on top of whatever you succeeded with.
All right. Now, how many fate points we start out with again?
It's dependent on your character.
I
It
believe
should
you
be-
have 4, and everybody make sure you refresh your current fate if you haven't already. You have 4 fate points.
Right. Excellent. So I spent beforehand.
Oh no, you can spend a reroll if you fail. You can spend beforehand to increase it by plus 10. The fate point thing only applies for certain tests. Those tests being ciphers, lore, or logic. That's none of these. This is the commerce one. The commerce thing just takes effect if you succeed, where you get an additional degree of success. You don't have to spend a fate point for that.
All right.
It's a failure. You can fade it if you want.
Okay, half faded. So that's a reroll.
Mhm.
There you go.
Much better.
So that's actually...
2.
Yep, that would be 2. I think it has to be 1. It's just a basic success, but it counts as an additional degree. So I guess it would be 1 degree of success technically. I think you have 0 base if you don't get more than 10. Weird as that sounds. Anyway, so yeah, you're looking at this thing, and it seems pretty straightforward. Cash for crew. There are a couple of things that strike you, though. One part of it is that it's sort of like a disclaimer from them, where they're not responsible for anything related to property damage or hazardous material left during the transfer. It nearly slips by you, but you catch it. And that's not typically in cash for... That's usually transporting material. In case you contract someone to say, this is something you guys usually don't have to deal with because you just teleport shit down. But this is usually something that comes up for if you're hiring someone to transport material for you. So it's a bit strange that's in a cash for crew kind of contract. There's also a lot of missing information on who you're exchanging with. It just says interested party. It does not state anybody or anything by name.
Yes, there is. Look at it and point at the one talking about the not responsible for hazardous material stuff. Look at, and you look at the barkeep. So, hazardous material stuff on a crew for cash transfer.
He kind of shifts a bit uncomfortably. Well, it wouldn't be any permanent damage to the ship, but sometimes the method of transport causes a little bit of issue. Nothing that a good, competent crew replacing these losers you're giving off to us can't fix. No breaches, no damage to the hull, nothing like that, but when you're moving as quick as we are, as much as we are, well, sometimes you don't really care too much about the upholstery. All due respect to the ship, of course.
Now, were we planning on keeping the ship?
Oh yeah,
All
we
right.
plan on keeping the ship. As far as I understand, let me know if that's not the plan, Rob.
We definitely are. That's why we're getting a new crew.
Yeah, second, having 2 ships is great, so...
I can understand that there will be these type of issues. However, I don't like that the possibility that it eats away at a lot of our profit. Perhaps if there is some type of cap in a deposit that can guarantee that cap.
What do you mean, like minimizing the damage?
Minimize your end, and if you exceed it, we keep the deposit.
It ain't much. We ain't ever had real bad problems moving this amount of crew before. Just a few scrapes. Some damage to small components sometimes in the rooms, but
Now, if that's
I don't
all-
know. What do you think as far as a cap?
Well, it all depends on value, how much we have to spend and manpower and credits to fix it. I mean,
Well,
if you, again, like when we put in the profit factor, like,
Mhm.
obviously I wouldn't want to spend like more than half of one to fix their damage. That's what I'm going to try to convey across.
Yeah, so we're trying to convey that he's going to sit there and listen to it for a minute, but then he kind of comes back and, oh, you got issues with our methods then. Well, let's see. How would I retort? Are you gonna have any luck finding somebody else to move this much this fast? You might just have to deal with a couple of scrapes on your precious little ship. What if I countered with that? You can... I think this could be a barter or something like that. Let's see.
Helios listens to that and pats on Asterius' shoulder for a minute.
Brother Asterius, a word, please.
Yes, Helios.
And Helios takes Asterius to the side, and I can reach via comms to Aeneas and Lord Thorn, right?
Sure.
And Helios puts them on the comms.
Lord Thorn, Aeneas, I have a question. Teleportarium, can it be used to move personnel from the rusted route to a location?
And that's basically out of character asking if the teleportarium can be just used to move people somewhere.
I guess technically, even if it can't do site to site, we could bring a group of them to the teleportarium pad and then put them where we wanted.
Yeah, we would have to put them on the pad.
That's a lot of people.
No.
He also, if you recall, was I think Asterius brought up that possibility, and he was against giving you coordinates.
Yes, that as well. I don't know if it was coordinates, but there was a reason.
Yeah, he wasn't interested in that. They said they would handle it themselves.
Very well then. If they're not interested in the teleportarium, the rusted route is already in shambles.
Yes.
Try and minimize the damage to it.
So he'll go back to Parkkeep and look at him. I mean, scrapes, damage, it's all fine. But again, like I said, it's once it gets up to a certain amount of profit, and it eats away at it, kind of makes us a little concerned. I have no qualms the way you do it. And I also have no doubt that you're able to minimize the damage to our ship. But a surge would be nice. And we have no issue with you taking the whole crew and understand that it's going to be an involved process for you guys.
In any job like this, you gotta move fast, and I'm moving large loads of people. So, assurances, all I can tell you is that the money's gonna be there. And I can tell you as well as that we've done it before. Now, some scrapes, bangs, your ship. I mean, how good a condition is it in? Are you even gonna be able to tell the difference? Anyway, it ain't gonna be nothing that your lord can't fix. It ain't gonna be nothing major. A few broken components, maybe a couple issues with some interior stuff, nothing that's gonna make the thing capsize in on itself, you know what I mean? We just gotta move fast, move quick. Sometimes we break shit. It's just the way it is.
Well, that's a deal. And he'll go ahead and sign it.
Grand! After you sign it, he takes the pad. Alright. I understand you want to get some folks out of there. That's perfectly fine. As long as we're getting the lion's share. It sounds like we are. Well, we're gonna... Let's see. What time is it? He kind of looks at him. 8 hours. Sound good?
8 hours should be long enough.
Right. Don't leave nobody on there you care about, because we're taking all the people that ain't nailed down. And even if they are, we're taking the nails with them.
Sounds good. Well, you enjoy your pleasant evening.
Yeah. You too. Sure you don't want to drink? It'll be my last night working here.
No, I am perfectly fine. But thank you.
Well, safe travels.
You know, they had to turn around like a Helios and kind of give him a nod to leave.
Helios nods back and follows Asterius out.
And back to the roads.
All right.
And then we were going to get a new complement of the crew. I think we rolled and succeeded on that, correct?
Yep. No, yeah. Asterius put together a bunch of different groups, people, just contacts through contacts, and actually came up with a crew that is comparable to the Thorn. It's a comparable to Thorn crew. They're all decent crewmen. So
Nice.
yeah, that's all lined up. They're just waiting for it to clear out, pretty much, on standing orders for to come aboard.
Okay.
And it's just a matter of having Asterius and his intermediaries work out the particulars. You know, people who are directly under Asterius to reach out and contact people and shit like that.
Okay.
Right. So while they're doing that, Achilles and Aeneas, I believe you want to have a conversation with your captain on the other ship.
We probably should.
All right. So are you going over to speak with them specifically, or are you going to have a conversate with them over Vox?
Oh, I think we should summon him.
Yeah, I agree.
Lord.
I absolutely agree.
Don't go to
This,
them. They come to us.
well, and this is strictly ears only.
Yeah, and plus he just should stay.
Okay. So yeah, you put out a summons for Vorkul, and it takes a little bit, but he does eventually show up, and you hear a knock at the door.
Aeneas would head over to the door, not allowing Lord Thorn to open it himself. This metallic staff kind of muffled on the large rug. He pulls the door open.
Captain, come in. The Lord wishes to speak to you.
Very well. And he kind of walks in. He bows, and my Lord Thorn.
Ah, Vorkul, excellent. Must speak to you as a matter of utmost importance.
Of course, my lord. What would you ask of me?
I would ask that you select the men who you most trust among the crew of the Rusty Root and summon them to this vessel.
I see, my lord. I will do as you ask, but is there a reason for this?
Yes, we will be providing you with new crew.
What of the old crew, my lord?
The ones who you do not wish to bring with you will be removed.
He kind of blinks a couple times, and I see. Yes, my lord. I know of a few I would prefer not be removed that may be useful in the days to come. Kind of pulls out a compact. It seems he has been keeping a list of his own. He reads off a list of names, one of whom is, in fact, the warehouse worker that is in charge of storage.
Excellent. Mr. Khan liked him.
Yes, sir. He is most reliable of them all, I think. Takes his job very seriously.
If Mr. Khan likes someone, then they are indeed special.
Gilius favors his cousin with a chuckle at that.
Here's the names, my lord. Would you like me to call for them over your shipboard systems, or will one of yours be handling that, my lord?
As you wish, Captain Vorkul.
Very well. I will put out a call then, with your permission.
Of course.
Tell them it is to enjoy the hospitality of Lord Thorn. None of this should get out to those that will be staying. Temporarily, of course.
He nods. I will make it known. It nods and kind of excuses himself. Go put out the word.
When you say he excuses himself, I assume he excuses himself to the end of this room or something, not skulks off to...
Oh, I thought you wanted me to use your shipboard systems to do the summons, as far because that's on your bridge.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, fine. Oh, that's right. You said he had a pad, not a box.
Yep. Yeah, so he would excuse himself to your bridge and go sort that out.
Aeneas turns to his cousin.
Do you trust that one?
So far, cousin. He seems an honorable sort.
Perhaps. He did conspire with pirates, and now he is willing to turn them into whatever will become of them. It is duplicitous in my eye.
Yes. But this whole business is morally ambiguous.
They are pirates. We, in my view, are saving them from a impaling.
Yes, we could have let Mr. Khan have them.
That would be morally ambiguous.
He just kind of shrinks back and nods his head.
We will see what this Vorkul turns out to be, but I think we should keep as many eyes as we can spare on him.
I agree.
I will talk to this navigator that we have hired, and perhaps she will keep all 3 of her eyes focused on him and report on his doings. Or maybe this quartermaster.
Yes, excellent. Both wonderful ideas, particularly the navigator. Should he prove to be untrustworthy, then she can certainly focus one of her eyes on him.
Yes. I only worry that she may not be taken into his inner circle. Perhaps the quartermaster, either Asterius or Mr. Khan, can work on him to see if he might spy in our behest. Either way, it is good to have as many eyes as we can.
Yes. Perhaps we get Mr. Khan to speak to the cargo handler as well.
Yes. We must know what is going on at all times. The tech priest, she knows that ship well as well. Perhaps she could simply hide and skulk about at times. It is a difficult task not to trust others in your fleet, Admiral.
Yes. But I see no way around using this Vorkul for now.
For now.
And perhaps the man will prove himself. We shall see.
Let us hope. He has been raised up from nothing. He owes his life to you, my lord, as we all do. If he betrays you, he will know nothing but agony and suffering, as all your enemies will.
And to that, cousin, I think we should have a drink. Achilles will make his way to the bar in his quarters. Pour a couple of shots.
Aeneas grabs it with his seemingly oversized hands, his fingers wrapping around the small glass and coming up over the ridge of his thumb. He grips it tight and brings it to his lips.
To House Thorn and Achilles Thorn. For millennia.
Achilles raises his glass to his cousin and drinks.
Aeneas does the same.
All right. So, over the course of time, Mysterious and Helios come back, and the many, or the few, I should say, actually, the few officers that Vorkul selected, among them being Zeke, which is the quartermaster. I might have to reprimand. I can't remember if I named him the last time. But I'll look back and check for future, but go with Zeke for now. Zeke the quartermaster, and a couple other bridge crew that he believed were instrumental for him maintaining order when things were at a low point. All in all, about 8 men, including Vorkul, which is very sad considering the vast size of the crew remaining on the other ship, are brought over to your ship for your hospitality. To enjoy your hospitality. And any other exchanges that are going to take place between now and when the established time is that the swap is going to happen, the transfer?
Helios would ensure that the selected few from the rusted route are taken care of in one of the the many grand rooms within the Rose. They applied with more than they can handle amounts of food and drink. Keep them there so that they don't leave. Keep them fed. Whether they're happy or not, Helios doesn't care, but he wants them distracted.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I'm not really sure where you're entertaining them at, but yeah, for, you go to maybe one of the areas on the ship that, like a mess hall or something like that. They're brought, to them, what is, to you guys is probably routine, but for them is fairly extravagant. They're used to like gruel and slop. And so you're entertaining them for the most part. They're having a decent ruckus of a time. Vorkul is fairly reserved because he's he's aware of what's happening, but
Mhm.
the others are, those that he brought aboard, they're all having a pretty decent time, just swapping stories and looking forward to the future and things like that.
Nice.
You want to give a speech to them, Rob? I can introduce you or something like that. Still, these guys with some pride.
I don't know. I sort of want to tell Vorkul to put these guys in positions of authority, which I guess maybe he already will. But, now you've got me thinking, in doing so, are we just building a mutiny in a box?
It's possible.
Well, I guess we just go ahead with it and try and get our spies in place as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. I think we definitely have to spy on them. It would be nice if we could, install someone from the new crew on the bridge that is there for this specific reason to spy. I mean, they'll do their duties too, but
The political officer.
yeah. Here's your XO, and they are also the spy, right? That kind of thing.
I don't want to lose him, but there is one such person that we could send over there.
Farcaster, or whatever we call it.
Yes, Farcaster.
Oh, Farseer Zechariah.
Yes, Farseer Zachariah. I don't want to lose him
Well,
on
I
my
can.
bridge, but-
So I
The
can do this.
scanner man.
I can do the scrutiny stuff now. So
Yes. Okay.
yeah,
So-
let's promote him, make him the XO of.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. And we have the navigator on our side.
Well, and that's how we keep you from losing him. We have the navigator watch out for him.
Yeah. So one more thing. So I'm assuming that when Asterius and Khan get back, you will tell us about this plan, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
Aeneas, you do make a good point. How about the Seneschal and I speak to Orku? The last time we were on this bridge, he seemed to warm up to the Seneschal's charm. In such time, it is good to know what drives a man, what drove him to the mutiny, what drove him to agree and not revert back. If we find the essence of the man, we shall know him too.
Aeneas nods and just swings his head back to Lord Achilles.
It is up to the Lord, of course, but I see nothing wrong with it.
Achilles nods his approval. Yes, this is a good idea, Mr. Khan.
For there is nothing to lose and everything to gain. We shall have our spies nonetheless. But if Vorkul truly meant to serve you, my lord, it would not go well if he were to know that we had spies on him as well. Let us see if he can prove himself by words to the Seneschal. I am a blunt instrument that can only penetrate the unworthy. I do not have a man to open his mind. All I can do is make him scream.
A worthy skill, but as you say, not perfect for this scenario, Seneschal. Will you do as Mr. Khan bids?
Of course.
All right. So Asterius is gonna go have a conversation with Vorkul then. It sounds like the plan.
Sim, we can't hear you very well. I can see you light up, but nothing's coming through.
Yeah.
Hear me
Uh-oh.
now?
I don't.
Oh, I hear you a little bit. Play with that mic.
I
What
mean,
about
that
now?
new mute feature.
Yeah, it must have hit a button. No, are you there?
Yeah, I
Yes,
hear
now we
you
can
now.
hear you.
So you said you were going to speak with Vorkul?
Yes.
Okay.
It was breaking in and out too, so
Okay. So yeah, Vorkul is actually a bit away from everyone celebrating. He's drinking some kind of wine or amasec over to the side, sort of by himself, looking out one of the port side windows. How do you approach him?
Actually, back up a second. Let me retcon something real fast.
Sure.
You guys, when you go talk to Vorkul, take him something to make this a little easier for him. What do we give him? A fancy sword, a pistol, a fancy captain's uniform? Anybody have an idea?
Maybe something truly unique that, I mean, a weapon's a weapon, great, but like something more. Maybe we ask him what he wants and then tell him we will get that thing for him or do that deed for him and make it a priority.
Okay, we can go that route. Yeah, as part of your talk with him, find out what he wants.
what he wants.
Yeah, does he have like, what's his dreams and desires, right? Does he have vengeance on his mind? Does he just want money? Does he want something cool?
No, would you rather me find out and then come back before the further discussion?
I don't think we'll have time. But just, I mean, I think it would be just fine to be like, and we want to do what you want, right? We want you to succeed, right? We want you to advance and blah blah blah. Give him an old attaboy, we're behind you type of thing.
Yeah, we want you to succeed in your new role as captain. How do we make that easier for you?
What are the tools you require? All right. Can do that.
Time for some schmoozing.
Sim, think upper management. Just channel your upper management.
So Asterius will make his way over there. Very cool.
Seneschal. What can I help you with?
Oh. How is that glass of wine you're drinking? Is it up to your standards?
I have to admit I've Never been much of a drinker. I've had the same kind of wines. They all taste the same to me.
You sound like a man that wants more, though.
This glass will do fine. I don't think I need much more to drink.
No. More in life. More than just a glass.
Yes, well. Is this a conversation about me, then?
That it seems. Tell me. What do you desire in your life?
If I'm being honest, I don't rightly know right now. I thought I did. Perhaps 2 years ago I truly did. But life has changed much for me. Back when I still lived where I lived, Agri 467B, and didn't have any aspirations other than perhaps being a captain of the PDF. But that dream won't come true now. And now I'll be commanding an entire ship. Things have changed greatly.
Sometimes things change greatly and move fast for your benefit.
Perhaps. But I sometimes miss the simple pleasures. Being able to wake up to the smell of fresh cut grass. Pass by the farmsteads every day. A peaceful, easy life. And that's all gone.
You know, there's always a way of earning your way back.
Not for Agri. Agri 467B is in flames, likely still.
But there's others. There's so much out there still.
I've seen my fair share, but you can't really replace home once it's taken from you. Not in the fashion that I've seen.
That is true. Is that when you became a pirate?
That came later. It was after the invasion happened. I don't even know what they were. Creatures of flesh and metal. They tore down from the sky, and PDF never had a chance. Thousands, tens of thousands, maybe millions. I have no idea. I only remember seeing the village that I was assigned to being torn asunder. It was only 8 of them. They killed 876 people. 8 of them. And we only barely killed them. But it didn't matter. They won. Pirates came much later and just picked up the scraps. There's nothing left for us there. And slowly we all died off, one by one, till there were only a few of us left, myself included. You asked what I wanted, Seneschal. Is that right?
That I did.
I don't expect this will ever happen. But I want to know why. Why Agri? And what they were. I've not seen them since. Been all over, seen awful things with pirates. Done awful things to survive. But those things nag at me. The man has to know why his home was taken. And I have to know who by. But I don't expect any of it.
I could promise you this. I can't say you'll not see torturous things again. You're Lord Thorn. A resourceful man. Benevolent Lord. Yeah, he can. If there's a way, assist you in maybe answering some of your questions. He can provide better, while it may not be cut grass. It can be the end of being a pirate. It can mean making sure that it doesn't happen to people again. As you can see, there is no ups without downs. The goal is to have more ups. Now you went from pirate to being a captain, to being embraced by Lord Thorn.
Yes. It is quite the elevation. I am thankful. I don't mean to come across as otherwise, but
Well, you tell me what you need to aid you in being the best captain you can be, and maybe finding answers down the road.
he kind of looks back at the table of men. These men that I've selected will do well for the future. I know Lord Thorn intends to replace everyone else. I don't wish to ask how or why. I know those men are pirates, and in all likelihood they deserve everything coming to them. It is still difficult as a captain to watch a crew taken from you, but I trust in Lord Thorn. Not to mention it, the ship and the crew, they're all his investment, and he has a right to do what he chooses, as all noble-born do. All I require is men to crew that ship, and I will make sure Lord Thorn's confidence is not misplaced. Of course, a navigator will do well as well. Otherwise, we may not be able to keep up.
Oh, indeed. You shall have a more competent crew. We will find you a navigator. We will aid you in any way you need to maintain your ship. That is for certain. Would you need any tools offhand? Perhaps a new weapon, a new set of clothes.
No, all I need is trust to do what is best. And I will again make sure that Lord Thorn has placed his confidence in me with good cause. I have all the tools that I need, and the crew, whenever they, new crew, whenever they arrive, I will do everything I can to make sure they are inspired to serve Lord Thorn as I have been. You need not placate me, Seneschal.
It's not the placation. See, you're getting a new crew who does not know you. You are the representation of Lord Thorn on that ship. Not only that, but you're an astute member of all this. So in order for men to look up, we'd like to make sure that anything at our disposal that you could need, you shall have. Those who serve Lord Thorn well are rewarded, and those who don't, obviously, get replaced. We have no doubt that you and your crew will never need to be replaced, and that you'll do all you can to be a good representation of Lord Thorn on your ship. But the men must see that good service is rewarded as well. It's not all about dodging and weaving and scraping. It's about making something.
Of course. I intend to, Seneschal, but I need nothing more than what is being given already. I am not one for gifts.
Else shall the need arise, and not just for you, but for your men, you be for sure to tell us otherwise.
Of course.
But as of now, we will send you stuff as is due for our captain of your status. Make use of them, use them. Not only are they a tool, but they're a status. To show everybody that when it's good, it's good. Now that he'll offer his hand to Vorkul.
And Vorkul will take your hand and shake it. Thank you, Seneschal. Is there anything else?
No, not at this moment, Captain. Like I said, no one likes seeing a bunch of crew, especially some that you traveled with, be removed. But at the same time, and I hope you'll come to realize as the captain yourself, that sometimes drastic steps are necessary.
Yes, I'm sure I'll learn that all too soon. But as disgusting and awful as most of the men on that ship are, they did fight with me from time to time. Watch my back. Again, Lord Thorn has a right to decide who crews his ships. I will not contest it. I will simply drink my Amasec and look forward to a brighter future.
A brighter future it shall be. Well, good day, Captain.
Seneschal.
And with that, Mysterious will head back to where Lord Thorn and everybody is. He is not a man to be bargained with. He's a stand-up guy. May I suggest I would give him a compliment befitting as a standist. Something the crew can see that there's a reward for staying and providing good service. But
Are you telling us the whole story about what he said about his homeworld, etc.?
I will, in like the process of things.
Aeneas, once you say that, he looks over to Lord Thorn and then back to you.
Well, perhaps we find out what happened to this agri-world and what attacked. If we could promise some retribution and then deliver it, if it is in line with profits that we could be made, and Xeno scum we could destroy, why not?
Yes, and frankly, I'm curious myself now.
Yes. I assured him that it's one of the things that Lord Thorn could provide would be the possibility of some answers, if there is any to be found.
Well, it looks like you have some research to do then, Centishil.
I shall send out for word, however, this might reach too deep for my contacts. But we shall see.
Surely the Empire has some records of a world destroyed.
Yes, perhaps the Navy. But who knows what'll come up? Scum knows all sorts of stuff.
So is there something Sim can roll to see how sincere he thinks Vorkul's spiel was there?
Certainly. Let's take a look. I would say probably scrutiny.
Oh man. Let's see if I nail this
thing,
one.
no, sad.
21 or lower, let's go.
Target numbers of 43.
Huh.
Is that right?
Is it trained?
If it's just going off by perception, it would be 43.
But is it? So is it
Remember,
trained
skill
at
rolls
all?
don't take that into account. I don't think.
Right, I don't think so.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
I just want to see if Asterius is trained in it. No, you're not trained screen. See, it's 21, so that's a failure. You can fate point if you'd like. You would need to get a 21 or lower to pass a scrutiny.
Oh.
You got 4. Remember, I mean, you're not going to run out on them, probably.
Yeah, I got 3 now.
Well,
So,
I mean, you're still probably not going to run out of them.
Alright, let's do it.
And this could be huge if you succeed. Yeah.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, you think he's telling the truth? You don't have any concerns about him lying?
Why would he lie? He's tough to read, but it sounded sincere to me.
And this just says,
Look into this agri-world. And we should put someone close in with the new crew. Someone that we say we are promoting from our ship, perhaps, to his XO.
He looks to Lord Thorn.
I have someone in mind.
Oh, and who is that, cousin?
What's his name? Farseer?
Farseer Zechariah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever established a last name for him.
Yeah.
That was his nickname on the ship, per Helios.
The censor officer, Farseer.
Achilles grins. Yes, I like it. He's proven himself to be a good man. Deserves a promotion anyway.
And loyal. I can take care of the censors on the bridge.
Excellent. Yes, make it so.
Did we ever find them a good navigator?
Yes.
Well, we found them a navigator.
Should
Out
be
there.
sufficient.
That was one of his requests, was the navigator, so that's glad to hear that we have that.
Yes, we're not going to tow them through the warp.
Aeneas has a certain disdain for seneschals in general. He thinks they're kind of like bookworms.
Says the navigator. Just because you read parchments.
Data pads are unseemly.
Says the scroll worm.
That navigator is a feisty one.
Will you bet her, Khan?
She did threaten to obliterate me with her eye. But a challenge is what I thrive on. A different kind of penetration. Nonetheless, I digress. Excellent work, Seneschal. I am glad you spoke to that captain, for your account of the conversation bores me. He's a man of too many words, too many feelings, and too many niceties. Let us see when the time comes if he will be hard enough to make the tough decisions.
Yeah, sometimes a good test is test by fire.
On that I agree.
On that, gentlemen, I believe we can all agree.
We can.
Right. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying that we can. That was it.
All right. So, any other things that you're going to be doing during this time period?
Oh, probably just looking over my... did I? I can't remember if I get navigation details to Zaith or not. But I would be looking over that kind of stuff. Nothing to do with this.
Sounds like maybe we ought to be organizing a hazmat and a repair team.
Yes, and the other question was, even with the new crew, we were looking at what? Still 2 weeks before we can leave Footfall?
I think that repairs, or let me take a look. I'm trying to see what we established for the repair portion, because I think that that's done.
Right, that's where I thought we were, but I'm not certain anymore.
Okay. No, yeah, because I was also I'm a little confused because I thought the new crew would actually help accelerate because the one that we are turning into Soylent Green were unworthy of the task.
Well, so it's mainly the biggest issue was the supply
Those
issue.
parts. Right.
Yeah. So that's my understanding is that's been rectified. I'm pretty sure that we just got it sorted out.
Okay, cool.
Just time in port. So it's mainly just getting this bit of business, quote unquote, handled and then going from there.
The flux capacitors were back ordered out of Timbuktu.
That's right. So just organizing some teams to clean up any issues that are caused by the transfer, but that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And basically, Helios will order the sensor teams on the bridge of the Rose to be on high alert. He just wants to make sure that whatever is happening on the route does not transfer over to the Rose.
Okay.
Actually,
Also, Helios would order murder servitors to stand by in the teleportarium. In case. Yes.
Okay. So prepared for bad news, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
At that, Helios and looks at Lord Thorn and they connect for a brief moment in the void.
Servitors.
Jinx.
Jinx.
but right, murder servitors, a hazmat squad, and an emergency repair squad. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The guns.
And actually,
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, all of us too, if that ship starts to move, we teleportarium to the bridge, and in Aea's eyes, everybody there.
I'll just go by
Okay.
myself to do that, sure.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you can all set up to do that.
The question I had was the cannons on the Rose. Are they effective on ground targets?
I would fucking say so. You're shooting a large ballistic weapon that is capable of damaging a ship at a human being, so
Okay. So
hitting them precisely is a bit of an issue, but the
Might not
blast
have
radius
to,
is
yeah.
so big. I mean, the blast radius is going to be. We can look at you have macro cannons, so they're going to explode.
So in case we are double crossed, he is gonna go to the macro cannons and aim at that fucking bar and obliterate that.
That's pretty far inland. It'd be quite a shot. But I suppose if you were really dedicated, you could find it.
Helios is all about dedication.
Is Helios dedicated? Let's look at that statement.
All about the impale.
Yes. He likes to impale. He doesn't like to be impaled.
Okay. So, you make your preparations in case things go poorly. Continue to entertain. Just wait for the time to pass.
Right, and we make our arrangements on the down low, of course.
Mm-hmm. And as the hours wind by, the time draws very near. 8 hours, an 8-hour mark is hit exactly. And at that 8-hour mark, what is everybody's position on the bridge, preparing in the teleportarium? Where is everybody established at?
Yeah, I would go down to the teleportarium just in case.
Yeah, Helios would be at the bridge to start with, and in case shit goes down, then he'll make his way to the teleportation.
Okay.
Well, maybe we need to be on the bridge and running a sensor sweep on the other ship.
Oh, I guess me and Farseer can do that.
Okay. So, are you leading in Farseer's assistant? You're just running a scan at the time that they listed?
I think he has better scrutiny than me, so I would just I'd be there
Uh,
to assist him.
What's your scrutiny?
Let's see. It is.
If it's over 30, you're better, because he's capped.
That might be better. It is 54.
I would think that you would lead.
Okay.
And he would assist.
Okay.
So give yourself a +10 because he's trained and scrutiny. Or no, it's a +5 or +10. I think it's +5. Yeah, +5.
So 59 is what I'm looking at here.
Yep.
All right. Oh, there we go. I'll use a fate point.
All right, good.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, and roll me a Sinuscience as well. Or Sinus Science.
Mm-hmm. Okay, use a fate point on that.
You certainly can. Whole new roll.
Whoops, sorry.
Whoa, we'll take it. That's a D100 roll anyway. 46.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
I accidentally clicked staff, but
Oh, you're good. They're all D100
yeah,
rolls,
yeah,
so it's
that's
fine.
true.
We'll just
Yeah,
go with it.
my Cine Science is 54 as well.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper you something. So I'll describe first what comes up on scanners. So you almost miss it, but with Farseer's help and your own intuition, you are able to see rapidly. You are noticing changes within the ship that, life signs, life forms are bouncing off. What with your connection with the ship and, what you have between two ships. You are noticing life signs rapidly just disappearing on the ship, whole scale, hundreds at a time, which is very rapid. It's all happening right around this time marker that was set. And then Farseer's looking at it wide-eyed. Is this really happening, sir? Unbelievable. And he's just kind of monitoring.
Something is.
He's like watching and waiting for a whisper.
Sorry about the demons we left on your ship.
Would I be able to understand what kind of warp energies we're talking about, or what does that mean exactly?
Well, so as best as you can understand is very powerful psychic energy that is coming up. It is
psychers.
Potentially. You obviously you can't tell for sure, but this is psychic energy. I'm sure you've been around psychers before in your lifetime. You do feel this kind of energy, and it is the locations that it is going in, that it's showing up in, are in conjunction with large portions of this crew just gone.
Yeah, it would be around astropaths at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he turns to Farseer.
Psychers.
And he pales at that because he's not seen one, but he knows what those are, and he kind of pales. Psychers, my lord.
He looks down at Farseer and he's like,
You need to grow some balls.
And he grabs him and jerks him to look up at him.
You've been ordained by the Lord Captain, the Admiral of this fleet, the Lord of House Thorn, to aid in this hour for us. Keep your eyes sharp. Not only for this, steel yourself against fear.
And let's see if he steels himself against fear.
Or prefers to wet himself in fear.
He tries to stiffen himself up a bit, but you can tell he's still a bit nervous. Of course, whatever the Admiral requires, whatever my lord requires, I will do.
Perhaps I should rescind my suggestion that you serve as the exo of the root.
No, my lord, and I will. What do you request of me, my lord? I will do it.
And would you stop sniveling like a dog?
Of course, and he kind of...
What will you do if your navigator fails and demons come upon your ship? Will you shit yourself, or you will fight back with every breath you have for Lord Thorn? What will you do?
With every breath, my lord. I would not waste the opportunity given me by Lord Thorn. Never.
We shall see. If you are scared of simple psychers on the other ship, I wonder about you, Farseer. Perhaps you are destined to a days of looking through sensors.
He kind of just looks silent. She's not sure what to say.
He just kind of waits for him to respond, and if he doesn't respond, he just kind of motions for the sensors.
Keep watching.
Yes, my lord. He takes a seat and continues to watch the disappearances.
He sends a microbead message to Lord Thorn.
My lord, they're removing the crew via psychic powers.
I see. Achilles ponders this blasphemous news. I suppose we know nothing of this.
Or perhaps we do. After they take the crew and pay us our goods, we report them for unregistered psychic powers.
Would be our duty as good Imperial citizens. And perhaps open some doors here for us as well.
Perhaps I should look firsthand, my lord. I know where this is coming from. I can take the teleportarium over myself. It is powerful.
I'm concerned for your safety, Leia.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Something is encroaching my mind. Something is... I must go to the teleportarium now.
Achilles puts his arm around Naeus. The two of them start making their way towards the teleportarium.
Would Helios have heard this exchange?
Yeah, I'm talking aloud for sure if you're in the room.
Okay.
I shall come with you, Aeneas.
I as well.
And then he's like like grunting and straining clearly, but making his way towards the teleportarium.
So you all go to the teleportarium. All right. So as you go into the teleportarium, are you preparing to go over to the other?
Yeah, I'm going right where the source of that is.
Before you go, cousin, should we send the murder servitors?
Have them come with us. I need to go now.
Very well, make it so.
All right. I'll give you some murder servitors.
That's just gonna be standard operating procedure.
Yeah.
BAU. Murder servitors, please.
Ah. All right.
My idea, send them in first, let them soften things up.
Yeah, Aeneas is just not having it.
Right, no, this situation
He's
is
angry.
uncommon.
Oh, there goes our 3 profit factor.
Well, I would hope I would hope our
And-
seneschal got the money first.
Yeah. When it was agreed upon, I'll give it to him. I'll say he's money up front. All right, fair enough.
Well, and that statement's exactly why he's the seneschal.
All right, so just to clarify, everybody going on board.
Yeah, I would be in such a state that I wouldn't even keep Aeneas from coming, or not Aeneas, but Achilles from coming with, and yeah.
So everybody's going: Achilles, Asterius, Aeneas, and Helios,
Yes.
and then murder servitors.
Yes.
Okay, we can do some murder servitors. I'll humor you. Okay.
Alas, Darius, we miss you and your power fist.
Yes. No fisting.
Where's Darius? Do some fisting for us.
All right, you can put a pause. I'm gonna take a quick bio break.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll pick it up.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same. I'll be right back.
As well.
I'm back.
Ditto.
Freaking psychers. I'm just a mutant. I don't have psychic powers, technically.
Yeah, well, Achilles will stand behind you, so just let him have it.
We'll see. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's fucking with me.
If that doesn't work, Sim, shoot him in the face.
Somebody. The funny thing, none of us are the fighters. It's really all Darius. I don't know how good Khan really is.
He fucked some shit up last time.
Well, that storm bolter is pretty helpful. But a powerful psyker. It can be trouble. I don't know who the hell would ever want to play an astropath, though. The most boring job on the ship. There's the Astromonicon. Okay, go ahead, guys. We can talk to people now. They're like the communication officer. Yeah, it's
Right.
like, oh, great, fun.
The plastic army man with the field phone on his back.
Right. Honestly, like, I probably played Rogue Trader 3. I think this is the third time I played. I've never seen it, but I play an astropath. With good reason. I mean, I had a game with like 8 players one time, and nobody played an astropath.
I could see trying it just to do it.
Just to play a
but-
psyker and Rogue Trader. That's really the
Right,
main
yeah.
reason, because there's no other technical psychers. Like, I don't have any other powers, really, besides navigating the ship and just whack people in my eye. But, like, you know, psychers have all the fancy stuff that they can do. But, yeah, their ship job is completely boring.
You're a hoorah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek Enterprise, and the communication officers are boring as hell, even in that show.
Switchboard, please hold.
Yeah. Hoshi in that one, boring. So, it's also another woman, oddly enough. I don't know if like TNG or I don't think TNG really has one. I mean, why would you need one? Just patch it into the ship and answer, right?
Right. Yeah. Once we get to the AI.
Yeah. Why do I need an operator?
Actually, now that I've got AI, why do I need most of you?
Yep, back.
If this guy is a psyker and is trying to fuck with us, definitely go for him. Stormbolt with his ass. But
Oh, yes.
we'll see. I don't know.
This bitch is toast. Aim for the flat top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've seen every other position on the ship taken in the Rogue Trader games I've played, I think. Even the missionary. Yeah. The missionaries, they're good. They're really good in melee, though.
Yeah, you get to play the zealot there.
They can cause real trouble for a Rogue Trader crew, though. You're trying to be sneaky, and they're like, the God Emperor says this! And, shut up, would ya? Don't take him to any of the meetings.
Yeah, we're negotiating a deal with psychers, and
Are you part of the black ship yet?
Or like if you like are trying to be like a Xenos friendly crew, no way.
Right. Yeah.
I had I ran one Rogue Trader game where one guy was a crit mechanic, which are like I don't know how to explain them. They're like what would I don't know how to describe them. They're kind of like not fishmen, but I almost always forget how much fun I have in this game because it's literally just wheeling and dealing and doing exactly what we want, right? So open-ended.
And occasionally killing shit.
Yeah, and occasionally bringing down the wrath.
Oh boy, that was dropping a Mondo Duke.
Sound.
Okay. Oh.
Get the auger out.
Had to do it. That was powerful. Ebert and Robert would have gave that a 2 thumbs up for resounding performance. That was...
As my kid would say, it's a snake.
Yeah. It's a whole clutch. That's a lot of shit, boy. All right. Okay, I think we're all good here and
Yeah.
All right, and go ahead and pick it back up.
Yeah, I'm just heading to the teleportorium, kind of like hunched over badly, leaning on my staff. I'll switch hands and pull out my pistol.
Well, Achilles is trying to help you along.
Yeah.
Helios is behind them with his Stormbolt out at the ready.
He's got his Inferno pistol out.
Asterius pulls out his Inferno pistol and marches behind them all.
Okay. And you're just gonna go ahead and teleport over. So you sense it on the bridge, Aeneas, of the other ship.
Mm-hmm. That's where I'm going then.
All right. So you all teleport over with your small retinue of murder servitors. And come onto the bridge. Teleport in.
Oh. These tokens,
And-
of course.
And you see a rather motley crew assembled, going through bridge components and looking around inside. Just kind of standing around. The 2 figures at the far end to catch your eye. Both clad in heavy armor, one with a staff in his hand. The other clad in even heavier armor with a pair of dual axes just limply hanging by his side in his hands, conversing. They hear the approach and turn to face you. Ah, we have visitors.
Aeneas straightens to his full height, which is over 7 feet tall.
Oh, dares interrupt my thoughts.
And the The one here in the black armor kind of just mockingly bows. I have the honor of such a feat.
You're here to do a job. Have you done it?
Oh, yes. It has been done. But whenever we found out whose ship this was, I could not help but speak with someone so senior in his organization.
What do you want,
Oh,
renegade?
it is not what I want. Rather, it is what the one I work for wants. To say hello. And he gestures to the man on his left. It's a towering figure, about 8-9 feet tall, perhaps bigger even. Rather wide head, heavily scarred, meaty. He steps forward a bit. I see that House Thorn has grown rather ambitious in the last few months since the passing of the patriarch.
My father was ill. What is it you wish here?
Oh, just to chat. I thought you would be more happy to see family back in space with you, dear brother.
That is impossible.
And he points at you, Aeneas. Nothing is impossible, mutant. Not with the right gifts and the right patron.
Chaos spawn.
Yes, yes indeed. And you have given us a great boon, brother. I thank you for your generous contribution to the fleet.
Aeneas turns to Achilles.
Leave. I will deal with them all again.
No, not this time. I do wish to stay in chat, brother, but I must prepare. After all, Coronis is for the taking, and I will be the harbinger, standing atop the ashen corpse of you and our faithful house. Ignarian, leave them.
When Aeneas tells him to leave, Achilles steps back. He's technically out of the room, but only just.
And you can attempt to do an edge off if you'd like to try to do what I think you're going to do, but they are attempting to leave.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of people are going to see it, but they are. You don't think that there's going to be enough time for everyone to pour it out or get out of the way. They are. You see energy building up around the dark figure, and it seems to be focused on the two of them. It is similar to the energies that have been purveying all throughout the ship, though it is not purveying along these men.
Yeah. So,
But Lord Thorn would see it because you're right there. It's not just. I don't think it's just a cone. I think if you're in eyesight of him.
yeah, there's here. I'm just gonna roll this so I can look at the look at the notes in it. This is not me doing it.
Yeah, we need to see. I think it's a 15-meter radius. I want to say. I'd have to look at it again, but that let's look at it. Let's go. That's worth looking at for this. Should be in handouts for, I would expect, for navigators. If not, I'll do a quick check.
Let me look at the powers.
Well, if it's a radius, then there.
Lidless Stare, I believe I'm an adept. Sorry, guys, I just don't want to kill everybody.
No,
No.
it's worth looking at.
Absolutely.
Better to be a mid-season finale than a finale.
Guys.
I don't know if it's.
I think it's just if they're in your presence. Honestly, I don't think there's really a distance.
Yeah, I mean, you're all there.
I think that people basically that I give warning to have a
Plus, it's a plus.
Yeah.
It's like a plus. Yeah, it's a plus 30 to avoid. Yeah, it's effective range of 15 meters is what it says here. Avoiding a navigator's gaze. So, an effective range of 15 meters. So it wouldn't reach those two, but you could hit. I would say you could hit. I'd give it to you to hit people in the room, but you are gonna hit your own people.
Is it a full round action or is it a half action?
I believe any powers like this
think
are
it's
full actions. Yeah, so it'd be your full round to do it.
Yeah, okay, so instead of that, Aeneas looks to Helios. Shoot them with your storm bolter now!
Agility. And if you beat the agility off, then
So after
Okay, well,
roll
if we're not
agility.
lidless staring, then yeah.
yeah, roll your because you're gonna try to be more agile than he is at casting. Like
Sure.
he's gonna try
Unless-
to cast, you're gonna try to
Unless
shoot.
they just want to do an initiative thing. I don't know. Initiative's pretty random, so agility makes more
Agility.
sense probably.
Agility. Okay, sounds good. Here we go. Huh? Oh, that I need to roll off my sheet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I need
Okay.
to make macros just for that. They didn't roll
Any modifiers do I have? No.
No, it's straight for both of you.
Oh God!
I'm gonna fade that. I'm gonna fade
Yeah,
that.
good idea.
Uh,
What did you say? Do what?
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so you can shoot one. Is there one you're preferring?
The
to shoot?
one
That was
who's
me.
threatening my
being-
lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one who's threatening my lord.
Archimedes. I believe is his
Go ahead.
Fade that as well.
Good. He'll attempt to dodge.
Oh,
So that's
that's
With
3
everything,
degrees of
it's
success. That's gonna
it's
spread.
6. That's 6. So it's 3 degrees. So it's a one hit off the rip, and then one for every 2 other degrees of success. Are you filing full auto?
Yes, I mean I'm always full auto with.
Okay. So it's per another per every 2 other 2 degrees of success. So 1, that's 3. So it's 4. That's 4 hits, but he's gonna try to dodge it, and then we'll see what happens.
Full auto gives him plus 20 or something like that, right?
Oh shit, you're right. So that's
Yes.
a lot. I mean, I think you can only. Can you only hit up to 4 for that because of the rate of fire? Surely not. Has to be double. So let's see. 2. So 68. Be 5 degree.
Additional hit per
Yes.
no. So full auto burst is plus 20 to BS. Additional hit for every degree of success.
Oh, I thought it was a weapon with the storm doubles the amount of hits.
That's not even the storm bolter. That's just
right.
full
That was
auto.
just full auto. Exactly. Storm doubles it.
Oh shit! Is every 1 degree of success?
It says additional hit for every degree of success. Yeah. For full
Wow. Well, you can. I think you can only hit up to your rate of fire though.
Yes,
Yeah. Cool. So 4. So oh my god, that would be 8 hits. Okay. He's gonna try to dodge. This could be bad for him. Okay, so he's gonna dodge. He doesn't dodge all of them. He dodges 2.
Can we use a
still-
fate point to make him reroll?
No, unfortunately not. I don't think you can make them. I think you can do
I
that.
think
but-
you're right.
Do roll 6. So he did. So the first one's we'll say the first 2 miss.
Okay.
But so that 11's not going to count, and then you're not going to get another one. But roll. No, we'll just do it this way. Yeah, it's fine. So 11 counts. So 11, and then roll 5 more times for damage. So just roll the bolter, and we'll look at the damage rolls, not the other stuff. So 5 more times.
Okay. 2d10 K1 plus 5.
Yep.
Okay, so 5 more times, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's the first one.
Okay.
Here's the second one. Here's
You
the
need
third
to
one.
reroll that 10 too.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Righteous Fury.
So it's 11.
Wait. So 1 minute. So
Mhm.
third one, fourth one, fifth one, and re-roll the d10 again.
Reroll the D10 for that one. That's going to count all for 1 because it's Righteous Fury.
Okay.
24.
And so
Okay,
does
so
his
let's-
so does his armor, does his toughness and all that stuff go against each one? I think it does, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. Okay, so let's do ahead and I'm just running the numbers on it for each one. So it's 4 pen as well. Okay. This is taking a second.
No problem.
Fine. God, that weapon is sweet. I've never seen it in use before.
That's pretty good stuff. Describe how this looks as it appears that you gun him down prior to him transporting away.
Okay, just give me a minute because 1 minute.
I love Zypher when he gets excited. He rubs his hands together.
So when Aeneas turns to Helios and says, "Bring him down," Helios looks at the room and the tall figure that has been talking down to his lord. Helios does not believe, except for the God Emperor, anyone else can talk down to his lord. And as he pulls his weapon straight up and points at him,
You are unworthy, flesh. Your deeds shall face judgment. Your life is forfeit at the hands of a true Khan. I rid the path of woman for my lord. I rid this universe of the unfaithful. We are here to impose the fear of the God Emperor to the unbelievers like you, to the vermin of the void. Prepare to be destroyed. Your doom is here. Time to fear.
So you rip in, and it's like the first couple shots don't seem to do a great deal, but then a couple more fly in and start tearing chunks out. He's just tearing out big chunks, and the guy next to him with the staff, my lord, he just quickly waves his staff. But it looks like any man should be dead from that. Like you saw shots go through his skull, and you've seen this Stormbolter in action, but nonetheless, it does appear that they are warped out. But as a parting gesture, as Archimedes disappears, the other stays a moment and
Achilles pot shots him.
Coward! Face me!
waves his hand, and you see several of these other men begin to writhe around before he also disappears. Particularly the ones on the flanks begin to writhe and churn. And as their bodies explode from them, are birthed these creatures black as space, howling and twisting. And now we'll do initiative.
You didn't get Righteous Fury on initiative, do you?
No.
Oh, this session's got me ready for some dark heresy.
How's it going?
Killed Rob's character. That's all you, bud. And 300,000 civilians. Alright.
She was a sororitas. She was born to die.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Can I go back and kill that little girl?
What a sick fuck. I hate him. I fucking hate him. Oh shit. I didn't do their agilities
gonna
right.
look.
That's fine.
I'm not even gonna look and see what that thing is. Or just add it manually.
Yeah, I am. I gotta work on that for later. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, this could be rough.
Send
But
the
we'll
murder,
see.
murder servitors to keep those things engaged.
The murder tours.
Murder tours.
What's your agility bonus?
Kill bots.
Aeneas?
Mine?
Yep.
3.
Oh, Helios, your shit isn't showing up either. What's your agility bonus, Helios?
Oh,
Mine is added. Mine is added.
No, I know yours is.
Okay, okay.
Helios's isn't.
how do I find that?
It's just your tens digit for your agility.
Oh, 4.
So you have 5. Okay. I think you have more agility than Asterius. You'll be ahead of, I think Asterius is at the bottom. But I'll go ahead and reorder this real quick. And yeah, so Asterius, unfortunately, you pulled the low card. I think tiebreakers are settled by agility, but I'm going to put you ahead of the Thorn, the elite, because they're the same agility, but you're a player character. So Aeneas, you do get to go first.
Yeah. Let me see what my range on this thing is. It's only 10. How much can I move? Is that might just
For a half move.
Yeah. Oh,
believe
it's
it's
right. Okay, it says it
4.
there. It's
Yep.
3. Okay. From the
3.
minimum my token or from the edge?
I'll give you edge.
Doesn't matter. All right. He slides over here, within range of this, what he assumes is Damon, and brings up his pistol and takes a shot. It's an Inferno pistol. Jeez. I'll go ahead and use a fate to reroll it.
Okay.
There we go.
That would hit.
That's-
Oh my
that's-
god! Is that that's for the +10 as well? I think, because standard attack.
Yes. Yep. So that would be 37 under 56.
Okay. Oh, it hits. Okay. 18. Oh my. Okay. It will try to dodge. Nope.
I hit something. That thing has a pen 8 too.
Okay.
I believe, right?
So you blast this thing.
Been
with-
13.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yep. So you blast this thing with a shot from your Inferno pistol. This is a weapon that can just shoot through tanks and tear through flesh targets with ease. And it does indeed tear off a great bit of this creature. But this thing still stands undaunted before you. Gaping wound inside, leaking out some disgusting demonic pus or fluid.
Yeah, he steps forward and just unleashes this fire plasma against it.
My lord, you should go back to the ship immediately.
As he shoots.
I should make people roll for fear, I think. Do things have fear? They should.
I just picked up resistance to fear before the session.
Yeah, I don't do enough fear stuff. I'm gonna do it. It is for everybody though, except for the. So it will be for because these guys weren't expecting this shit either. This seemed to be on a whim.
Murder servitors wouldn't have to, obviously.
Oh, they don't give a shit. No, they don't give a shit. They're machines. It's like and something else to eat. Yeah, so I'll let that one through because I should have enforced it. But let's all roll. Good old willpower check. I believe. Let me double check on even geists. Let's see what they are. I believe they're fear 1.
Yeah, make sure nobody has resistance to fear or anything. So.
Oh, they're fear 2, so it's a willpower -10. Factor in your resistance fear.
So mine's at baseline.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't give a shit. That's just a Monday.
Yep. I see this when I travel.
I might have other things.
-10 modifier, you said?
Yes, sir.
So
You don't
just
want to fail.
Roll willpower -10.
Yep. Everybody rolls willpower modifier -10. You not want to fail. That's not good.
Oh man.
You want to probably re-roll that. I don't want to suggest anything, but
No, we'll fight that.
that's also bad.
Fate point it is.
You hate to see it.
Oh, 99, and you can't do it again.
Oh.
Well, if he runs, that's good in my view.
Well, that might not be what the result is, but so everybody passed, except for
Except
and
for
then
the
we'll
most
roll
important
for-
person to have.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be the boss.
Fuck this. Let's roll for these boys. Okay, they're not feeling it either. Yeah. Renegades didn't sign up for this shit. So yeah, no one's really happy about the situation, at all. And of course, Murder Servitor doesn't give a shit. So, Achilles, do you want me to roll the D100 to see how you react to this, or do you want to do the honors? I'll tell you the parameters for it.
Oh, I'll roll it.
All right, give me just a second. You're not gonna like it, but the rest of us might. Let me find fear. I think we have a handout for this.
Fear checks are the worst.
Yeah, fear checks are they're fun with an asterisk next to them.
Where's my jaded at?
Yeah, jaded. Well, jaded doesn't help you with
Oh, that's
demons.
true. Yeah.
Yep, you just get fucked. I actually don't. I need to create. That will be a handout we get in the future. So let me find it in here. My bookmarks for a reason. There we go. Okay. Fear and damnation. Okay, so fear. Wow. Okay, so you're gonna roll me a D100, and you failed with how many? 7 degrees?
Yeah.
So D100 plus 70.
Oh. Does he get to take the best roll, or does he have to take the second roll?
Oh no, it's just one. He has to accept the results of the second
Yeah,
one
that's
for
what I
a
was
reroll. Oh my god. I'll PM it to you.
I told you to leave.
Oh my god.
We got to get gold diapers for him now.
That's really bad. Okay. Hold on. I'll send it to you on Discord. So you can roll both of those. And then we'll do the rounds one first and then the points second.
All right.
So 3 rounds, and then how many points? 4. It's 3 rounds and 4 insanity points, and you can RP it out while I roll for the other guy, for the guys who
That
failed.
could have been worse.
And Achilles falls to the ground, ripping at his clothes, screaming, tearing at his hair, writhing, clearly out of his mind.
Oh shit! And then almost in unison with that. All of these men across from you, as they see these demonic horrors, all faint dead away and just fall to the ground. Passing out from the sheer fear and terror of being in the presence of these demons. Right. Okay. So Aeneas is gone. They're all knocked out. Achilles is not having a good time. Geists.
Oh boy.
Okay. This Geist at the top.
God, where's
sprints
Darius
over.
when we need him?
Not here. This guy sprints over to this murder servitor. The murder servitors didn't go initiative. That was a bad mistake. It wouldn't have mattered. But they didn't get their
Yeah, what's their initiative?
edge. Oh shit! It does matter. 6.
Oh wow.
Okay, so they go before the. Wow, that's pretty good. They go before the Geists.
Yes, it's very good
So-
because then they'll attack the murder servitor instead of me.
So this murder servitor just rushes forward into the Geist, not caring about any daemons. It only knows one thing, and that's to kill. And it is going to go for not enough to charge, so it is going to make a basic attack with its Eviscerator. And unfortunately miss. This one, I believe, can charge. Yes, that is well within charge. And it's going to charge with its Eviscerator. Plus 1... Not quite.
Damn.
Just barely.
That probably might have killed it. Might have killed it. Oh yeah, because he had a righteous fury too.
No, the NPCs don't
Oh,
get it.
that's right.
Unless they're
Oh,
like
okay.
special NPCs, like Nemesis type
Sure.
characters. And this last one is... Which is closer. They go for whatever they can try to get closest to, so it starts moving towards the Geists up here forward, trying to get into contact with them, but doesn't quite move far enough. Now it's Daemons. The top here, this Daemon does not appreciate being swung at by an Eviscerator and swings its talons at this Servitor.
Is that a fun game?
Misses. No, it is just a miss.
98.
Mm-hmm. I can't really
Mm.
fumble with their talons.
Mm.
Can't drop your hands. Miss swings and misses wildly as it screeches, swinging back and forth. This one sprints towards the murder servitor nearest. And is going to do the same. Just missing. This murder servitor, as it engages with the Geist that you shot, creature unleashes a hellish flurry of strikes and is going to try to strike this murder servitor 3 times with a lightning attack. So, boom, boom. But the murder servitor is able to nimbly dodge each one. This last one is going to charge you, Aeneas. See, does it have? It has unnatural agility. It definitely has the range. So this thing leaps over the consoles and begins to sprint up the stairways to attack you in full charge. It's a plus 10 for a charge action. Let me double check. Yes, plus 10. So it is going to charge you. Plus 10 to this roll.
Oh, thank you.
Oh!
Thank you.
Describe how that looks as it's a near miss from this creature.
He just like leaps back the best he can, almost stumbling backwards. Ah!
Kind of menacingly presses forward. Mr. Khan.
Full auto. Same thing again.
So you are firing into melee. Which one are you firing at?
The one that's attacking an ace with the plus 20 to that.
So I believe firing into melee, it would just be an even TN roll. but you did hit. It's because firing the melee is harder. You're trying to hit Aeneas. So let's see. Yeah, oh, you did. You definitely hit.
And I forgot to add the +20 because it's full auto burst.
Oh, so your full auto would have been canceled out by the difficulty to hit somebody fighting melee.
Oh, okay.
So it would have just been the 48 base.
Okay.
But it is a hit. Let's see. For every degree of success, it's an additional hit, and then Storm doubles the amount of hits. So that's one. I think it's 3 full degrees, nearly 4. So 6 hits. I don't know that it has a reaction. It will try to dodge as best it can. Did that roll?
Let's see.
Let's try that again then. There we go. Oh my god.
God.
4. So it dodges 4 of it's preternatural speed.
Oh boy.
With unnatural speed, this thing you see it dodging past bullets that it has no business dodging. You aim directly at its head for one, it just kind of unnaturally cranes its neck, it's twisting around, but 2 of your bullets do strike true. So we'll take that first one of 13 and then roll me a second damage roll. Ooh, so we're gonna resolve. So 13 for the first.
Explosive and 10 for and tearing.
Gotcha. Okay. So 5, and then. So again, you tear into this thing, and no mortal man could withstand these bullets. But this thing is made from the warp itself, and though you tear huge chunks out, even half of its face being gone, it continues to press towards Aeneas. Mysterious.
Okay, so I have to remove 3. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the thing attacking Aeneas. I'm gonna aim.
All right, so you're gonna do a half aim and shoot.
Yep, so that's a 10 bonus, plus I get 10 for the red dots.
Oh. Well, it'd still be a -20 for shooting into melee.
So
Or wait, this
that's-
pistol.
He might be point blank. What's the range on that?
He wouldn't be point blank
Is
on
that-
Inferno
is that 3
pistol.
meters or something?
Point blank is 3 meters for that. So yeah, it would be you would have to be like here basically, or like right above it. So yeah, like right there would have to be to get point blank.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get point blank though with it firing into melee. Is my only thing
He's
with it.
not anyways.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's -20 for shooting in melee. So yeah, I mean you can fire from there. Just know that it's a -20 and you don't want to fumble because you might hit Aeneas.
He's got,
So
he's
if
got
I-
a red dot sight and he aimed, right? So
Yeah, so it would negate. You'd just be rolling at your base target number.
Gotcha.
If it would have hit, then
Sorry,
But
I'll use my last fate point.
ooh,
Nice.
ooh. It has already attempted to dodge this round. It cannot dodge. I don't. Do you get a Righteous Fury
yep,
on the
Righteous
10?
Fury.
Oh, do it. Roll another d10. This is why the Inferno Pistol is the shit. Keep track of your ammo expenditures. So that is 22 damage. Describe how you banish this demon.
So after seeing Lord Thorn quivering on the ground, looking over at the cause of discomfort of the demons and the ones attacking his cousin, so he aims the Inferno Pistol, hoping for the best. And this lets the pistol do what it does best, tear holes in the thing.
This gout of flame and probably some sort of Prometheus, I believe it's Prometheus fuel, flies out of this Inferno Pistol, striking this daemon, and it stands there and roasts from its then just kind of pools and vanishes. It vanishes, essentially. It pools into a black mist, which quickly dissipates. Aeneas.
So the question is, if I move up, am I going to be in point blank range? 3.
Where are you going to move to?
Well, I'm
Yeah, I'll
pretty-
give it to you.
Pretty close, but not quite 3 meters. I don't think.
I'll give it to you. It's close enough. You are firing into melee, but it's you still get the bonus from point blank.
So I'd be a plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think a valid point might be that he doesn't really give a shit if he hits the.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's
I mean, it
more
would be
just
inconvenient since it's fighting the demon too,
Yeah, it
but
could get in the way.
it's more just the flailing of limbs more than I don't care about this thing.
Did you get my whisper? Just by the way, I'm pretty sure that is correct, but
Yeah, they don't.
yeah,
Daemons
yeah.
don't give a shit, unfortunately, because they're of the warp.
Right.
So.
I hit.
Ooh. This one did attempt to dodge. Oh no, this is a new round.
It's a new round. It's already been
Yeah.
hit once, so hopefully.
He will try to dodge. Nope. Let's do that.
Damage 19. 10 doesn't look
Hmm. That's an energy weapon, right?
It is.
That would have been a hit to the torso, I believe.
Whatever 13 is.
That is the arm. So you shoot this thing in the arm and just ripple through this daemon's right arm. And the arm goes completely limp on the beast. And you see it reeling back, kind of looking disoriented.
Kill it, servitor, kill it.
Jesus, this thing is taking a shit ton of damage.
They're strong.
These guys continue to nap.
Yep, napping. And Achilles, not napping, but more or less.
Mommy, mommy.
Poor Achilles. Servitors will resolve the one at the bottom since that appears to be the most pressing. Let me take a look at the conditions here because that thing is stunned. So when you are stunned, plus 20 to weapon skill and ballistic skill tests, say. This servitor, though they're not very intelligent, can definitely heed a command to kill. It is going to use an all-out attack with its Eviscerator, which would give it a plus 40 to hit this daemon. And it absolutely demolishes it. So this murder servitor, seizing the opportunity as its opponent seems to backstep a bit, presses the advantage with this Eviscerator blade. And Eviscerator is just a rather long chain sword that's attached to this thing's arm. And it just bisects this creature, and just disgusting pus and blood flies everywhere. As this thing is just absolutely eviscerated by the murder servitor, and it dissipates. Servitor is up top. This one attempts to make 3 attacks using multiple weapons, including an axe that is attached to its other arm.
God damn, 40 didn't keep 2.
Does hit on one of those strikes. Ebengeist will attempt to avoid it.
That last one's Righteous Fury.
Does.
Damn.
Yeah, it unfortunately avoided the strike, so it's Murder Servitor swinging wildly, nearly makes contact, but the Geists are too quick. Second one will do the same thing. Ooh. We'll also attempt to dodge. No. Fuck daemons, I guess. This Murder Servitor presses forward, and with a whirring, just kind of swings the swords around, the chain sword, ripping through this thing's torso, nearly killing it right there, but takes the power axe that is attached to its other hand and just rips through this thing's skull, decapitating it, sending daemon blood flying everywhere before it also dissipates. And the last, because I just removed the one that I rolled initiative for, the last Ebengeist, is time for it to try to do something. It is going to do the only thing it really can, and attack the Servitor, directly line up in front of it with a flurry of 3 strikes. Oh man. I believe Servitors can attempt to dodge. Yes. Oh! Uh-oh. That's not good for the Servitor. Oh no, it's not. So you have seen Murder Servitors in action quite a bit. You have hardly ever seen one damaged, let alone be destroyed. But this creature dives into this Murder Servitor. It does not care for flesh nor machine. It tears this Murder Servitor into pieces in short order with its talons that seem to just glide through like a knife through butter. This Servitor, as it is completely eviscerated, bits of machine and blood spraying over Helios that the carnage is so severe. And it looks at Helios with this scowl on its face.
Helios scowls back. I rolled the first one, 46 versus 48. I'm gonna use a fate point to see if I can get better.
Okay.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Bold strategy.
That's very
That's a bold man.
Oh!
So it already dodged.
It.
So that's 8. You're gonna hit it 8 times. I'm lied to make even roll because I don't think that this thing is gonna survive. But we can do it for the fun. Roll 7 more attacks since it already dodged a triple strike from the Murder Servitor it just eviscerated.
So 1. Ooh,
Oh. Oh my god. It's 21.
Second,
This
third,
thing's so good.
fourth, fifth, sixth.
So I'm not even gonna make you roll
Seven.
anymore.
Yeah, keep going.
8. So just skip the 4 in there.
Yeah, so just describe how you tear this daemon to pieces with the Stormbolter.
So, like you said, as the demon, dispatches the murder servitor and its eyes lock with Helios. Helios's eyes lock with the demon. And Helios he's insane, if that's not already been made clear. And he looks at the demon into his eyes.
You hold no fear over me. Wobbling. I shall see you later. Good night.
And with that, he kind of steps a couple of steps forward and starts. And even though the demon has dissipated, like he's still shooting at the vapors that is around it, right? Like he's just like he's shooting at vapors, and he's like laughing maniacally. And if anyone is watching based on whoever created this,
When I find you, your fate shall be the same.
So you just tear through this daemon, just tear it to pieces. I will go ahead and let Achilles wake up here, because all these guys are firmly passed out. So if you wish to dispatch them in brutal fashion, I would say you'd be able to do it within the round that is left here.
I mean, Aeneas is gonna, as he sees Achilles, kind of wake up.
At least take one prisoner for questioning.
when you say that, Helios just like he's smiling like a Cheshire cat.
Questioning.
And he just grabs this guy by by his leg and starts dragging him like a piece of meat.
Long have my tools been dry. Long has my whip been silent. Your screams shall wake the morning. Come, my child. A lot of questions have to be answered.
Achilles is still clearly shaken. He looks around. Where are those creatures? What were those creatures?
Daemons. We have defeated them. Asterius, please see the Lord back to the ship. Immediately.
Achilles doesn't even offer any of his normal resistance to such a suggestion. He just leans on Asterius and goes.
Right this way, my lord.
Helios will take the guy by dragging by his feet and leave as well, knowing what Aeneas is going to be doing next. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He wants to leave the navigator alone to enjoy.
Yeah, he's so confused and angry. He just points to the murder servitors.
Execute them.
He doesn't even bother doing his normal spiel.
Except for this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
Yeah.
Helios's pet
Mhm.
for tonight.
So you just have the murder servitors butcher
Yeah,
these
yeah.
guys. Yeah, so it just they walk up and it's something like out of a horror movie. They essentially just tear these sleeping men to pieces, dispatch them in brutal fashion, tear them through with an eviscerator. They're machines. They have no qualms about this. And the last one is taken. So we can do the interrogation if you guys
Yeah,
are
sure.
cool with it and have time. Okay. So I'll go ahead and bring you back on. So if you do go back to the ship and bring the lone survivor of the opposition back. Likely to a cabin or a holding cell, whatever you'd prefer.
Helios's office
Is-
space, obviously.
Yeah, Helios's personal office space.
Ah,
Or perhaps
Is
his recreational area.
everybody
That's-
else going to be there?
Oh, fuck yeah, I am.
I would
All right.
suggest not the Lord Thorn.
hold one. Let's make it good.
I need to watch your handiwork
Yeah,
up front.
And actually, Achilles will pass on this one. He's in his cabin having a drink.
Yeah, I
More
don't
than
think
one.
you want to be there for this one.
I've been saving this for special occasions. I was like, I'm sure at some point we're gonna run into this exact scenario.
In this game, I would say torture scene art is probably at a premium. Yeah, yeah. That's good. I might have to get that from you.
So,
We have the room built out of brick on the ship.
Absolutely.
so got to get the aesthetic right.
Iron Maiden.
There's even a camera up here you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Thorn can look at the footage later when he has gathered his
Recovered.
wit. Yes.
All right, let's get everybody who's involved. Yeah.
Meanwhile, for the fans at home, it's on pay-per-view.
So, Helios has the correct accoutrements for this task. You do all go and bring this unconscious foe that you have procured from the field. And you bring him down to Helios's room. And Helios's room, as those of you that have been in it know, is rather disturbing. There are a number of implements around. Certainly there's a portion of this room that looks as if it houses a man, but another portion of it houses a monster.
This is literally his bedroom. Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
It's
I
canon
told
now.
you Helios is
I love it.
insane.
There's an entire section that looks rather like the crew quarters of anyone else, and then there was a separate section that was added in when Helios became a bridge
You
officer.
open what appears to be the normal storage locker. Other
Mhm. And this is what is in the extra space that Helios has been given as a for his honored service to the house. And by all means, Helios, this is your wheelhouse.
Awesome. So you would see Helios when the unconscious guard is brought in. He'll place him on a wooden table, and the guard is placed, face forward on his chest, his back exposed. Helios will start removing the armor, the clothing, expose the meat of the back. And while he's doing that, you've seen Helios focused, but this is a different kind of focus that Helios has about himself right now. He's oblivious to the rest of the people in the room. And you can hear him chanting something under his breath, as if he is doing some sort of demented prayer to himself.
The skin of the righteous shall not rend. You shall answer my questions.
And he's kind of muttering to himself. Nearby there is what looks like a storage unit. He opens it out and you can see a couple of metallic objects, sharp, standing. He takes one out, looks at it, kind of head cock, shakes his head and puts it back, takes another, holds it up to the light.
This should do nicely.
Reaches into the locker again and pulls out a rope, and the rope seems crusty and grimy. At first it looks like it's dark and of a dark brown, but when you look closer, it's clearly dried blood on it. And he opens a box, a metal box, and out of it what looks like fish hooks start coming out. And he starts entwining that into the rope, almost like, you're like knitting a rope, but he's knitting a rope with what looks like fish hooks. And once he's done, you can clearly see it's a long rope, fish hooks all around it, kind of entwined around it. And then this metallic object then proceeds to go forward and start removing the trousers on this man, spreads the legs.
And the anus shall remain puckered. The agony you feel is judgment manifest. The screams you release are penance paid. Time to wake up and spill your guts. Time to answer your transgressions.
He kind of bends to one knee, picks up this metallic object, and he aims it, makes sure that it is, well set. You would see that this metal object has a larger base at the bottom. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath.
Time.
And with that, he rushes forward and impales this person, instantly waking him up.
Oh my god. Yeah, so he quickly jolts awake. Ah! And starts screaming as loud as he can, for as long as he can.
Silence.
Ah! Ah!
I am just beginning. The real pain has not yet started. To remind you.
And at this point, he's still lying flat on the table. It's just jabbed in. He picks up the rope and gives two quick lashes. The lash is quick into the back, and the removal is just as quick, and you just see bits of skin and blood just fleck off onto the ceiling and the walls.
Now, answer me. Where is your ship?
He's shaking. Anyone around can... Let's see what's appropriate. Anyone around can make a scrutiny roll for me. And he just starts to shake a bit. The ship? You want the ship?
I think he's enjoying this, Helios.
Is that so?
The pain. She who thirsts, she wishes the pain on me. More pain, please.
Perhaps this one.
I guess before I say that, would we know like the Chaos Gods in detail and what they were, etc.?
Let's see. Do you have anything that would have given you that?
I don't think I have a
Forbidden Lore.
I don't have a
Forbidden Lore warp
could.
could.
Yeah, I have that, but I don't have anything specifically for like chaos or anything like that.
Xenos doesn't apply to this, right?
No, Xenos wouldn't. Well, I mean, Xenos could, just because She Who Thirsts is something that's known to Xenos, certain Xenos. So,
Because I have Forbidden Lore Xenos.
yeah, roll me something to see if the mention of that sounds familiar to you.
Would warp or no?
I want to fade that.
Go ahead. Warp typically is more travel. I think there's Forbidden Lore, like... There's Forbidden Lore... Daemons or whatever, heresy.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah, so Helios, you're searching your brain for that, and while it sounds passingly familiar, you're not sure where you might have heard it before.
He just kind of just steps up.
I don't know who she is.
He kind of walks around where the guy can see him and looks down.
I won't give you physical pain, but an eternity of agony.
That sounds wonderful. Would you give that to me if I told you?
He looks over at Helios and then back down.
Yes.
You're not lying, are you? I know liars. Lying's fun, but not when it keeps me from having more fun.
I will send you to the beyond if you tell me.
I can meet her. Oh. Which ship do you want to know about? We have hundreds of ships.
I want to know where Archimedes is. Your leaders.
Oh. Yes. He who united. Yes. Yes. I know. The ship. His flagship. It is the Broken Thorn. It is magnificent. Yes, it was. Where? It was in the docks. I think Bay 37. Z 37Z. Yes, it was there. We, the one who serves the deceiver. More pain, and I will tell you. Yes, more pain. Please, I will tell you more. Looks at Helios expectantly.
Helios at this point smiles,
Gladly.
and you'd remember that he's still flat on his stomach and he's just penetrated. At this point, Helios bends down, lifts the shaft, and straightens it and puts it on the ground. Gravity just starts taking over what is slowly his painful demise.
And he's slowly slipping down. Yes, this is ideal. It's starting to push its way up. He's incredibly resilient. You've never seen someone react to this way, but you can see the shaft of this thing pushing its way up through his throat. And he's, yes, the deceiver, the one who serves the deceiver. He glamored the ship. It looks like one of your vessels, the Emperor's vessels, but it's not. The skulls of his enemies adorn the outer hall. We are united. And he says your doom will follow.
Aeneas looks to Asterius.
See what ship is docked there immediately.
Will do.
He continues to slide until the other end of the pole fully pushes through his throat up out of his mouth and just kind of gurgles there, eyes wide, but not with the typical terror that Helios may be used to, but with delight as he either expires or is expiring.
Interesting. Of expression and joy I've not seen before. Truly magnificent. What the will can do.
And then Asterius, you can certainly run some checks or try to reach out to someone.
Oh yeah, I'll do everything within my power to.
You can do an inquiry roll. -10. A little difficult.
So close.
You're out of fate.
That I
All right, so you contact some people that you know within the shipyards here, like from friends you've made. You know, you get some contact back, and oh yes, there we are. And there was a ship docked here. That's strange. He's looking through the pad. I know there was a ship docked there, but I've got no record of the name.
Useless. Yeah, I'll report it back on the Vox box.
Wait. I've got something here. He kind of... Well, that's odd. They seem to have left a message. Said to give it to the one that came asking about the ship.
And what is that message?
Well, here. Shows it to you. And, it is, merely a mark. One that you're not familiar with.
I'll go ahead and slip it in my pocket there. Yeah, at least you're came with something of value. Do you have no other means to figure out what ship was here?
We keep full records of every ship. This shouldn't happen. We haven't ever talked with people who are on duty.
Have a good day.
You as well. And he continues to scratch his head. And we can do one more scene here between the gang.
Asterius will come with the piece of paper and pull out of his pocket. Anybody familiar with this mark?
Let me go ahead. Bring this out, and people can make intelligence rolls at half the value to see if you have any information on it. But I'll go ahead and bring it out first.
I'm gonna know.
So Aeneas got it.
Helios is not paying attention to roll. He is mentally reliving that.
Not so satisfying when they like it.
But also curious as to how that is such a thing is possible.
Yes, a headstand.
So yeah, sorry, I was muted. So yeah, Aeneas, you would know his sphere of influence. You would know what followers he typically has. You might not know how deep the dogma goes or anything like origin-wise, but you know enough.
So, this is a data slab, or it's a slate or data slate, or it's a just okay.
Yes.
So as he looks at it, he frowns, thinking.
Not surprising.
Is Achilles kind of, he's in here just kind of sitting down, resting? How's...
Yeah.
My lord, if that was your brother, he must have been gathered in the warp somehow. These are heretics, loyal to the god Thorn, the chaos god, a daemon beyond other daemons. The Lord of Skulls, the chaos god of blood, war, and murder. Brutality. Hate, anger, rage, war, death. The simple evils of this world. It appears your brother, if it was he, has given his soul over to Thorn for vengeance against you and I. It is troubling.
Indeed. What think you? Should we contact the Inquisition?
He thinks about that.
I do not know. We have potentially given them soul strength. We will have to explain that, or lie. Inviting an inquisitor into our business is risky.
Agreed.
If we destroy your brother, I do not believe that this Chaos God would worry overly much about us, specifically. But if Archimedes is alive, and perhaps he is not after what Helios did to him, we will be in danger always.
Yes. If he is alive, then he will continue to pose a threat until we see to it he is no longer alive.
And this sucker, he has powers to summon demons. It is dangerous. More dangerous than we can expect to survive if he has much more than what he did. Our murder servitors proved useful. But we must surprise them the next time around.
Yes, we must try and learn more of this fleet they claim to have.
Perhaps Asterius could anonymously alert the Inquisition to this ship that left.
Yes, I think that at least. And as you say, must not be a trail back to us. And we should clean the other ship. It should be consecrated, purged, the presence of those foul creatures.
Yes,
He seems a little rattled about that, actually.
agreed. We can have a missionary on board and perhaps he can, under the guise of a blessing for a first voyage under our command.
Yes, yes, excellent, excellent.
Are you well, cousin? Enough, at least.
Yes. Yes, I'm back to myself again.
A daemon is not something to be seen and cast aside from your mind.
My cousin, is this what you see when you look into the void? These creatures?
It is different. It is as if I am seeing them from miles away. Leagues, stars, but the horrors are much worse.
I see.
Seeing one in the flesh is
He kind of cocks his head.
much different.
Yes, well, thank you, cousin. And are Helios and Asterius here?
Yes.
Yes, Helios will be just quietly standing and not paying much attention to the conversation. His thoughts are elsewhere, staring into space.
Thank you, cousin. And Mr. Khan, Asterius. I thank you all. I do not know what I would have done if I had not had you men by my side.
My lord,
And now Helios looks at you and his head is bowed and he's kind of got a defeated look about him.
your thanks are misplaced for now. I have not succeeded in your name. The ship is still out there, and he who maligned your name with foul words still may leave. Only when he's drawn and quartered in front of you, then, my lord, I deserve your praise.
Achilles gives Helios a nod. Twould be for naught were I not still here.
Your protection will always be paramount for me. I am just a tool in your hand, my lord. Point me, and let me unleash that which I'm built for.
Yes, well, if he still lives, he will be unleashed. That I promise.
Very well, my lord. I shall redouble the efforts to bring both ships online as quickly as possible.
Excellent.
Death to them.
Yes, that should become our priority. We must away to Lathe.
All right. So, after startling revelation, family still alive. Is there any closing roleplay before we wrap up a nice season finale?
I have something. Are both ships ready for voyage into space?
Yeah, we could look at it like a few days later, perhaps, and all of your crew that are doing the replacement have been prepared.
Awesome. Could you put us on the bridge of the?
Absolutely. A couple days have passed since this conversation, and nothing has since transpired that has the obvious mark. of their involvement.
And Helios is standing on the bridge with the rest of the crew. He's standing by the helm wheel. He looks at Aeneas.
Coordinates, Lord Aeneas.
Did we decide where we wanted to go?
Let's say we have made some decision,
Yeah.
And we
and
can always officially make it next time.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
fine. So Aeneas nods and hands over a scroll to Helios.
For fortune and vengeance, my friend.
For fortune and vengeance.
And Helios will hit the walks and reach out to the rusted root and reach to Captain Worku.
Captain, we have our order. It is customary for me that when we are underway, I address the crew on behalf of our Lord. Patch me through your systems.
Understood, sir. I will go ahead and do so. The Vox is open.
And as Helios says this, you can almost see like the camera go along, the length of both the ships into different departments as men, women, old, young are working hard, toiling for their lord, preparing the ships for voyage. And over the intercoms, they hear this one voice ring out.
Secure the hatches, stow the gear, spool the engine, swallow your fear. The destination is marked, the goal is set. The rose and the root are loose, our metal will be test. The void shall hold no quarter, and we shall give no quarter. Set sail into the night, for we are the terror.
And with that, both the ships start coming about and pointing away from fall. And as the engines spool up and the navigators do their magic, the rose, the rusted root, pair journey the void deeper in Cronus expanse.
And as it shows the stoic faces of all those crew, those who have seen horror in the last few days, it settles on the furrowed brow of Achilles Thorn, much on his mind, as the screen fades to black and the session ends.
That was rowdy.
Nice.